What's good, guys? Just Prince TV here. So let's get started. PNB Rock lost his life in South Los Angeles. Okay, he was eating in a Roscoe's. Okay, with $1 million worth of jewelry around his neck. He have basically walking around with somebody's lotto ticket around his neck. All right, with more money on his body than most people could afford, especially in South LA. If you're new to LA, neighborhoods like Watts, which is part of South LA, Compton, parts of Inglewood, Long Beach, you gotta know where you're going, all right? And if you're a person of color, you should know that South LA don't play no games. South LA actually is one of the most highest rate homicides in Los Angeles. That's the most dangerous spot in Los Angeles is South LA. Every day in the news, you hear somebody getting passed and robbed, shot, whatever. And as a guy that lives in Los Angeles, born and raised in New York, I got a lot of experience in LA. So I know that there's certain things you don't do in LA. LA moves different from any other city, okay? It's heavy with gang activity. So you can't wear certain colors. You can't wear certain baseball hats, certain fitted hats. All right, or you're going to attract the wrong type of attention. And that gang activity is not just in some of the poverty-stricken neighborhoods. It's all around because these guys travel around. They get that bag. They go to Santa Monica. They go to Beverly Hills. And you could get caught slipping anywhere in Los Angeles. And it's like the world's coming to an end in Los Angeles, okay? It's a lot of random acts. LA got the most biggest acts of violence when it comes to just random acts of violence, just out of nowhere. All right, and you got to be careful when you're walking around LA, man. I mean, I seen guys get their face slashed, punched in the face. You know, girls get their phone snatched from them on the train. Random acts of violence, because these guys, they want to set a rap for themselves because they just joined the gang. Excuse me, they joined the gang and they need to get some reputation. They need to earn their stripes, so to speak. So that means attack any random person that you see on the street for any reason. So you always got to be on your P's and Q's, you know? So with that being said, this guy was 30 years old. He had, a girl and kids, and he left them all behind, all because he went to Roscoe's in the hood, and you're not even from that hood. If you're not from a certain hood, I always tell people, make sure you touch down with somebody that you know from that hood. Just don't go there unannounced with a bunch of jewelry acting like it's all good. Even some people that's from the neighborhood, from the hood, know better to rock certain amounts of jewelry if they don't roll like that, right? So you got to be more smart when you go to some of these communities, because all these communities are different. And like I said, LA moves different, and it's a shame, man. It just gets to a point like where all this violence, particularly to rappers, because LA's catching the most bodies when it comes to rappers dying. Okay, whether it's Pop Spoke, Draco the Ruler, Nipsey Hussle, now this dude, this guy was from Philly, by the way. So you coming to LA, dog, you got to know how to touch down on LA, okay? Don't get fooled by the palm trees, and the beaches, because LA ain't all sweet, It's grimy out here in Los Angeles. And if you get caught in the wrong neighborhood, man, it's just grimy, so you got to be careful, man. And for Christ's sakes, anybody, whether you're a rapper or not, don't walk in poverty-stricken neighborhoods with a bunch of jewelry on if you don't live like that, even if you are scrapped. Because guns are very easy to come by in Los Angeles. Literally everybody could get a hold of them. They're very easy to get a hold of. And be careful how you walking, man. Why would you go to a certain neighborhood, even if you are scrapped and you are about that life, you do realize there's somebody else that has that same type of energy for you too. All right? So why put yourself in that position? You're a rapper. You got You got more to lose when you are a millionaire. You got a family to take care of. And this guy lost his life for stupidity or robbery. You know, they couldn't just take the jewelry. They had to body this man. And that's just a damn shame, man. You know, it's getting to a point where we're dying over senseless things, senseless acts of violence. And it's just crazy, man. Watch how you move, especially in a city like LA, because LA is very big, and you could be in a nice neighborhood one minute, then the second minute you're in a gang-infested neighborhood, and the culture is starting to spread all around. I mean, it's havoc around here. Just Press TV out. Peace.